Hey bookwormies, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. And today we're going to be reading a book that I feel like everybody has heard it in their life. Even like I don't think I know a person that reads that doesn't know about this book. And that is A Little Life. I know. If you guys know I've heard about this book, you probably know what it's about, or at least an idea of something about it, right? And if you don't, where have you been living? But that's okay. That's okay. I'll tell you about it. It's pretty much an extremely, extremely, extremely sad book about this group of friends, and they go through a lot of very, very dark things, and they just have a life that not that easy. And everybody has been reading it. Everybody and their mom read it, and I've heard so many things about it. Mainly things where like people say, "I loved it so much, but I can't recommend it to you," which is like so contradictory. It's like, so you loved it, but you don't want me to read it. It's so contradictory. But it's because how dark this book is and how much of a bad mental state it can put it into you. But I'm gonna be testing that out for myself, and I decided I want to feel pain, and so I want to read it. Which is such a weird thing to say, but yeah. I already downloaded the book. It's on my phone. I'm also gonna get it on my Kindle fully. Like I'm gonna transfer it. But yeah. I don't know, guys, how this will go. This book is so dark, 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 and I'm just scared that it's just gonna end up putting me in a horrible mood. Which I'm I'm not gonna say I'm much better right now, but like hopefully it won't be too bad. You know, I don't know what to say, honestly, guys. I feel like we should just get started. There isn't much to explain. I can tell you guys a little bit about the plot, but I kind of told you guys it is a very sad book that deals with a lot of dark matters. Um, and I don't know what it should you go check trigger warnings? Like I know you know how it's very very dark, but I don't know if reading the trigger warnings will kind of spoil anything or no. So I don't know. Take it with a pinch of salt, but or is it grain of rice? Anyways, I don't know, but I'm gonna check out on the internet if it's a good idea. But I think a lot of people go into it not exactly blind. They know how dark it is, like that it's extremely extremely dark, but they just don't know what contents might be in it. But I'm guessing a lot of them. Anyways, it's pretty much about four classmates that from a small Massachusetts college that moved to New York to make their way, and they're extremely broke. They're adrift, and they're pretty much only surviving on their friendship and ambition. There is kind handsome Willem, who is an aspiring actor, JB, who is a quick-witted, sometimes cruel, Brooklyn-born painter seeking entry to the art world, Malcolm, who's a frustrated architect at a prominent firm, and withdrawn, brilliant, enigmatic Jude, who serves as their center of gravity. And we pretty much go over a few decades and watch how their relationships deepen and darken as it is tinged by all sorts of different things like addiction, success, and pride. But their greatest challenge each comes to realize is Jude himself by midlife a terrifyingly talented litigator, yet an increasingly broken man, his mind and body scarred by an unspeakable childhood and haunted by what he fears is a degree of trauma that he'll not only be unable to overcome, but that will define his life forever. So as you can tell, just the plot, it's giving kind of dark, it's kind of giving sad, but it's a group of friends. Well, how bad can it be? Famous last words, honestly. But whatever. I've just heard so many people rate it so highly, and I need to know what it's about. I need to know. I've been putting it off for so long. Like it's one of those books that I've been planning to read for years, and I've just never gotten it. Like ever since, honestly, like since I've started my reading journey, I've heard about it, and just as time went by, like I heard more about it because I watched older videos where people were talking about it. Like I got to know it. So, there's that. And, obviously, after I read this book, if I end up in a horrible mental state, I'll just read the second Percy Jackson book in the new sort of trilogy thingy that they have going on, and maybe that will help me. Percy Jackson always helps me. So, yeah, that's probably my plan after this. Probably a lot of ice cream, some popcorn, wallowing in pain, and then afterwards reading Percy Jackson. But, that's for later. That's a plan after I finish it. But right now, I'm going to get started. I've read, like, a few lines from the book, but that's it. It's right now nice. I like it, and the writing is very interesting, and I'm enjoying it. Which I love when there's like good writing. That's what I need. Hopefully, maybe that will distract me from the heartache that it might bring upon me. I'm gonna give you guys raw thoughts and everything. I don't think I might put spoiler sections, but this video probably won't be spoilery because I also want to show the people that have not read it how it might affect you. I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But I don't know how this book will go. I have no clue. It could go amazingly or it could go horribly. I could love it or I could hate it. I could cry and wallow in pain for years or feel unaffected. There are so many different outcomes for this. I'm just trying to let myself go through the process. I don't want to watch too many videos and they get too excited and then it's horrible, or I just don't want to, like, I don't know. I don't want to put expectations on it. I want to read it like it's any other book, even though I'm making a whole vlog for it. But, you know, that's a separate matter, you know. Anyways, I just wanted to talk. That's why I'm talking so much and blabbing on. But, you know, also because I'm kind of scared to start the book. I'm trying to hold it off a bit, even as I'm starting this video, even as I have it downloaded and ready to go. But that's a different matter. Anyways, I'm going to get started in the reading journey, and I'll update you guys whenever I want, honestly. This is such a loosey-goosey video, but whatever. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, bookwormies, I haven't updated you guys in a while, but I'm back. It's because I'm reading it so slowly, like excruciating slowly. I usually read like books of 800 pages, not quickly, but like I can finish it in like 5 days, okay? And I've been reading it probably for 5 days, and I'm only like 20-something% through it, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying it, because that's not true. I'm enjoying it. It is really good. I have a few quotes already highlighted. I'm just really enjoying it. I'm having a great time. I've been reading it on my phone, though, not on my Kindle, because the chapters are so long. You know, like, that's one thing, like, I don't absolutely care too much about long chapters, but then, you know, it's sort of a preference. It's like, if I can choose between long chapters and short chapters, I'll choose short chapters every single day of my life, because I feel like it's just so much better. Like, but I understand why, because I feel like almost every chapter is sort of like a different point of view, because we're following sort of like 4 characters and their past and then also their present and all of that, I think. It could only be past. I'm not sure. But, so, like, if we had very short chapters, then we would move between the characters very quickly. And I feel like then I wouldn't have enough time to emotionally connect with them. So I get why the long chapters. And I'm really enjoying it. I don't have too many thoughts. There are some sad bits where I'm like, oh, God. And we're learning about the characters a lot. I'm starting to get, like, sort of an emotional connection. I think right now my favorite character is Jude. I don't know why. I really like him as a character. But I don't know. It might change. But currently, this is my favorite character, I think. We're now on a chapter, and I think it's in second POV. I'm pretty sure, because it's like you and I and this character were walking along the sidewalk or whatever. So, like, that's how you learn about them. Let me check. Who is it? I'm really excited to continue, like, really diving into the characters. I'm not currently excruciating sad. I haven't cried yet. But there have been bits where I was like, oh, God, this is not... This is not going to be easy, but whatever. I don't have a lot of thoughts, but I'm enjoying it, and the writing style is very, very good. I kind of want to read some quotes that I highlighted to you guys, but I don't know if it will be a spoiler or not if I do this. Let me check them, and then I'll tell you guys. Okay, you technically don't know this one, so I'm going to read the quote. If not, I'm actually going to put a spoiler thing, so just check the captions on the video just in case if I decide later on that it's more of a spoiler. But this is what it says. You asked me once when I knew that he was for me, and I told you that I had always known, but that wasn't true, and I knew it even as I said it. I said it because it sounded pretty, like something someone might say in a book or a movie, and because we were both feeling so wretched and helpless, and because I thought if I said it, we both might feel better about the situation before us, the situation that we perhaps had been capable of preventing, perhaps not, but at any rate, hadn't. And then there's another one that I really like also. If I were a different kind of person, I might say that this whole incident is a metaphor for life in general. Things get broken, and sometimes they get repaired. And in most cases, you realize that no matter what gets damaged, life rearranges itself to compensate for your loss, sometimes wonderfully. These are 2 that I really liked. They're so beautiful. Like, I really like the writing style. It's so fun, and it's, like, engaging. It's, like, I can feel myself in it. It doesn't feel to drag too much. It is still heavy, the book, so I feel like that's why I'm reading it slowly. It could be for another reason that I don't know, but personally, I think this is the reason for it. But yeah, I'm still really enjoying it, and I want to see how it continues. I've heard so many people cry over the ending in a few other sections, so I want to see how it will be for me, if I'll feel the same or not. I actually posted a post on a TikTok channel that I have about it to ask people some things I should know. Well, like a comment quote that I won't know until later on. So yeah, I'll see. But yeah. Anyways, that's that. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I don't know what to think right now. I'm really enjoying it, but I just don't have enough thoughts to go around and tell you everything. I'm always like that. I feel like in reading vlogs where I'm reading one book, or if I can be full spoiler, then I'll say everything I know about it. But sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, I'm enjoying it. And then I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. It's so weird with me. But yeah, I'm right now watching a YouTube video, and I think I'm going to continue reading it. Oh, also, I kind of want to show this to you guys, even though I know this is supposedly a reading vlog, but I always go off topic in these reading vlogs, so it's fine. You guys should be used to it by now. Okay, I don't think my microphone really wants to stay still, but that's okay. Anyways, I've started crocheting this thing. Well, it's a sweater going to be. I don't know why I called it a thing. But here, let me show you guys. I'm not that much through because it's taking a really long time because the yarn is so thin. I'm using mohair yarn, but it looks so pretty. I absolutely love the colors. It's like a gradient mohair yarn, and it's so soft, this thing. I've heard that like once you put it on after you finish, it does feel a bit itchy, or like it doesn't feel as good. But I don't know. It just looks so pretty, and it's so thin and lightweight that I want to continue crocheting it. It will take me forever, absolutely forever. And plus, I only have 2 of these balls, and I've already wasted quite a bit of it, and I only got this far, so I don't know. I've also think like been crocheting for like 4 hours or something, I'm guessing, to make this, or maybe 3. No, I think 4. But it looks so pretty. I absolutely love it. It looks so cute, and I love how the gradient is working up. It looks amazing. Then also, I've been drawing. If you guys know the manga One Piece, then you know what this is. If not, then go read it. I'm actually just finished the second one, so I'm enjoying it. I don't have thoughts. But here is what I've been drawing. Okay, guys, here it is. Here you can clearly tell who it is, and then there's the bow. I'm so proud of the bow, actually. I really like the details there. You can still see the pencil marks underneath, but I'll later erase those. It's like, let me show you guys my the inspo pics, because here it is. Let me show you guys. This is what oh wait, no, this is I was working on the details on the face, so I zoomed in. Here, let me zoom out fully. It's gonna look like this, if you guys can tell. I know you guys see like the red grid on top, but that's so it can help me draw, because I'm just so bad at proportions sometimes, especially with faces, that I needed the proportions to be right and everything, so I decided to do like a grid. But yeah, I think it's gonna turn out really good. I was actually working on it yesterday. I was listening half to a podcast, and then I decided, like, you know what, let's listen to a little live, because I need to get through it. So I've also been doing that. Today I actually have dance, so I'll be reading this on the way there and on the way back, and then when I get home, I might crochet or I might go drawing that. But I will continue reading for sure. I'm enjoying it. That's all I can say. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later before I start blabbing about everything that I don't need to talk about. So yeah, bye. Hey, Bookwormies, I need to desperately talk to you guys, but I can't do it without spoiling. So this is going to be a spoiler part. Everybody that has not read the book does not want spoilers because they're planning to read it maybe someday, or they just don't want to hear me blab on. Here's where you could go. You there? You did it? You're gone? Okay, good. Now, let's talk. I actually have a note, but I am currently, how much am I through the book? Let me check. I think I'm like 20-something. I'm 26%, and I have thoughts. Okay, first of all, those brothers that, like, Jude had, like, the ones that beat him up and all that, oh my god, I could kill them. I was gonna talk about it last time, in the other episode, but I just never did. But bro, I hate them so much, because what do you mean they're those kind of shits in the world that just go around? Oh my god, no, I can't get into this, but I just hate them so much. This is why, like, Jude has so much depth, and that's like one of the reasons I like him, but I'm also so sad for him, because, like, imagine being in a world where, like, your parents died at a young age, and then afterwards you're taken in by these brothers, them saying that they're the best, and then they take you in, and then they're like, yeah, and then they start beating you up and all of that for every tiny thing. You start stealing because that's the only thing you can control. Like, there's this whole thing, and oh my god, this is like pure shit. What the fuck? Okay, and then afterwards, when we find out that Harold and Julia want to adopt him, oh my god, I love that. I was like, yes, please adopt him. They're like the closest thing to parents that he ever had, or like that knew sort of at least his situation. Like, I love Willem. I love that, like, Andy knows about his situation, but then Harold and Julia are like parents in a sort of way that the brothers never were. That his parents, well, maybe his parents were nice. We don't really know because he died at a young age, but oh my god, I just love Harold and Julia. I'm just like, they could have just continued to act as parent figures and just be really good friends with him too, and invite him to all the holidays and all of that, and just called it a day. They didn't have to go over and be like, hey, if you still want, we can adopt you. Like, even though he's of legal age, he's an adult, he can do whatever he wants. Like, just the act of going and being like, hey, do you want us to adopt you? It's just so sweet. I absolutely love it. That's just so, like, it isn't common, obviously, for people to get adopted after they've become adults, but this is just so sweet. That is so sweet. That just shows how much they care about him, that they're just ready to fully get him to have, well, maybe he won't have the same last name as them, I don't know, but that he'll be connected to them in a legal sort of way. And I don't know, I just love it. And I really like the relationship between Willem and Jude. It's so sweet. Like, obviously, I like G-Bay. I want to say JB. Oh, I said it wrong. I wanted to say BJ for a second, you know, from Magnolia Parks, but no. JB's also sweet, and, like, obviously, what's the last guy's name? I keep forgetting. Let me remember. So, like, JB, oh, Malcolm. That's who I forgot. Yeah, because like Jude is sort of like serving as the center of their gravity, and he's kind of like the main part. But I just love him so much. He did not deserve what he got. And honestly, while I was reading the part where he was getting adopted and all that, and then him telling Willem and then Andy, the reaction that Andy had was like obviously, yeah, cry, sure. You can have whatever emotion, but like you can go crying over that because you saw how Jude went everything. But then him getting mad a bit and then being like, get out. Like, I don't know. I guess it's valid, but at the same time, I'm like a bit like I'm so confused. Like, I don't know. I was just a bit like, I don't know about you, but that's okay. Um, but yeah, and I had this one song that was going in my head while the whole adoption and him telling everything, and that was Golden Hour. If you guys know that song, you know it. You know it. Let me put it on for you guys. Where is it? Golden Hour. Because I had it on while I was listening to the scene, and oh my god. Such a random part of the song. Like, I don't. Maybe the song doesn't go together with the whole part, but I don't know. I had it on and I was just like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm really enjoying the plot right now. I'm like barely through the book, but I'm enjoying it. And if I could kill the brothers, I would. I'd go back and kill them. Wait, did they die? I have no idea. I'm also sort of spacing out. I also need to work still for school, but I just had to take a break because I needed to check on something and I was waiting for an answer. But now that I've got it, I need to continue working. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. That's like, anyways. So yeah, that's that. Oh my god, there's so many things going on. Okay, I need to get back to working, but I'll talk to you guys later. That was all I really wanted to talk about. I'm gonna continue reading probably tonight. I'll see how far I get through it, but yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, McCormy, so I have some updates. I've been reading. It's been some time since I talked to you guys, but I'm now like 60 something percent through it, I think, or maybe even 70 something. Let's see what books tells me. I've been reading the book mainly on my phone, but I have a lot of thoughts. Okay, I'm 70% through it exactly. I have thoughts. I have quite a few thoughts. First of all, you might be asking, Romy, did you cry yet? Yes, I have. Yes, I have, and I have so many thoughts, and I don't know. Like, I really don't want to be like, oh, guys, I want to talk spoilers. So, for those that are here for the non-spoiler review, well, you can just leave to the end of the video, you know. So, I'm gonna talk a bit. I'm gonna try to talk a bit non-spoiler, and then I'll go into spoilers. Okay. So, we met this one character a while back. Okay, this is quite far because I have a lot to talk about. So, we're gonna take it step by step. So, we met this one character a while back. First time I saw them, I was like, okay, I don't like you. I don't like you at all. I know you're not going to be a great character. I know I'm going to hate you. I know I'm going to wish for you to die. I was right. I was right. I was like, and then afterwards, there was this thing that happened, trying to be so vague, and I was like, what the hell? What the hell? And it just got worse and worse and worse. I started sobbing over this one part. It was like, I don't want to say like about halfway, plus or minus halfway through the book, okay? I'm not going to say exactly, but I just started sobbing. I just started sobbing and I was like, oh my god. Like, it is sad, but it's not, oh my god, what the hell? But it was just for me so sad. It was just like, why? Why is this happening? And I just like, no. I still love Jude. Also, I want to say, I still love Jude, but I think my favorite characters are Harold and Julia. They are the sweetest couple alive. They're the sweetest human beings. I absolutely love them. Andy's also nice. Andy's nice. I don't know if he might change, but you know, I like all of them at this current point in time. I really like them. They're sweet. They're nice. You know, they're great people. And Jude, oh my god, his life, oh my god, it's like never ending. There's story after story after story. But oh my god, I was crying in that one mark. I feel like it's gonna get worse. I don't know how, but I have a feeling it's gonna get so much worse because like right now, it's not. There's not something very crazy happening, but like there's things happening, and there's this one thing that happened, and I was like, okay, wait, what the hell? I'm being so vague, and I'm telling you nothing, but there was this one thing that was going on between a character or two, and I was just like, wait, actually? Like, I don't know, I didn't expect it that much. I was like, huh, that's weird, you know? But it was still fun. And, well, I don't know, fun, if I would say that, but I don't know. But I love the characters. I love how well written they are. They are just so deep. They're so deep. They have so much to them. You're really learning their history. You're really learning more. And, like, I know that technically this book is about 4 people, but you're kind of following one person more than the rest. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm still really loving this story, but not in the way that I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd recommend it, because no. You need to come into this in the right time. Like, I don't want you to put it off forever, because, that's also not fun. But you need to be in a good headspace, because this will put you in a bad headspace. I started reading this when I was in an okay headspace, but then it got worse. Yesterday I was just out there, and I was just like, oh my god. And this book is not helping the matter. It's creating all sorts of new fears for me. It's not resolving any fears. I'm just getting new fears. A lot of new ones. Don't recommend that. But I really love it, and the writing style is so, like, it's so beautiful. Like, it's descriptive, but then it's also like, it flows. It's not too descriptive, it's not too actiony, it's just perfect. I don't know. I really love the writing style. It's a really good, how the characters are built are just perfect. So, like, I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. The storyline right now is pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Well, I don't know, I can say enjoying, but I haven't broken down just yet, but I have a feeling that the book will leave me at the end of it. It's gonna leave me like sobbing and all of that. Actually, before I get to the spoilers, I have a story to tell you guys. So I usually walk home sometimes. So, like, I have to take this one bus, and then I have to walk down this hill and into a forest, right? And the hill is not super steep. It's like a little driveway down, and then there's a road, and it's okay, right? And it was snowing a few weeks back, and now it's turned to ice. Usually in some parts it's melted, so it's easy to go down, right? But in this first part of, like, walking down and getting to my house, it's ice. It's fully ice. Like, there's maybe like sections on the very, very right with snow, but everything else, ice. Okay, right? I'm trying to walk down there with a backpack that I don't know how much weighs, but it feels like it's weighing my entire existence. And at the start, I would, like, usually, like, I've been walking home, like, sometimes this week, and I tried a few times, like, to go on the left side where it's icy, but then there's, like, a few sections that are better, not being much, but there's a fence, so I just hold on to it, and then every time I, like, grab onto it and let myself slide down, sort of. But first of all, it's tedious. My arms are freezing off, and they're also just really tired of holding me, and it's just like, you're scared the entire time. It's not a good adrenaline, right? But then there's the right side. You have a chance if you go quickly, but obviously not, like, not jumping off and, like, hoping that you don't break every single bone in you. You can sort of, like, walk down pretty normally and get there. At least that's what I saw somebody do. I don't know how they did it. I'm waiting to find out that skill. But I was gonna go on the right side this time because I saw it was ice, 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 ice. It was getting just worse on the left side. So I was like, on the right, there's, like, a few patches of snow and there's tree branches. But they have, like, sort of thorns on them. I probably pricked myself a few times, but that's okay. I started walking, and guys, I walked like 3 steps, fell down. I had the shock of my life. I was like trying to catch something, grab onto something, so then I could stop myself, and I was pushing on my leg to try to, like, stop myself from sliding down any further. Though honestly, even after I got down, I was truly wishing that I just gave myself up and just, like, let myself slide fully down. But then I'm, like, wearing not waterproof pants, and I also have a backpack behind me. It would scratch everything up, and I don't know how good that would be. And there's some patches where it's just dirt or something. So, like, I don't know how much better that option is, but maybe it's better for me. It would have been. But I was like, I got so scared. I was like, for 10 seconds, I was just sitting there, and I was like, am I okay? Am I alive? Okay. And so I tried to find a better gripping on the side more. So I was, like, grabbing onto tree branches, just get myself hurt everywhere. And I finally grabbed onto something. And I also have a pee bag that was on my arm, but I was scared after that, so I, like, tied it to my backpack. Just made it heavier, just made it harder a bit on the back. But, like, at least I have free hands because my phone is in my pocket, my headphones are in my pocket. I don't have anything in my hands. I just have my backpack on my back, right? So I was just like, okay, I got it tied in. And then I started walking ever so slowly down, trying to get on patches of grass or mud more like, or patches of snow, and I was just walking down. But I felt like I was getting brushed by death itself. Death was like, okay, I'm coming. And I was just like, well, no, thank you. So yeah, that was my near-death experience today. A normal Thursday for me. No, it isn't. But you get the idea. So yeah, anyways, now I want to go into a bit of spoilers. I hope you enjoyed the story, but I'm going to go into a little bit of spoilers, so you're probably going to see me next day, probably when I'm finished with the book, because I need to be done with it. I need to go to something fluffy. Well, I know which book I want to read next. Let me show it to you guys. Here it is. It's like a children's sort of book. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. It is giving children's book, but it's a fun story, and I just remembered getting it. I don't even know how I got this. I think it's from a long, long time ago, since, like, when I was 11, I got it. I think it was... Wait... Did I buy this in the UK, or did I get this, like, in a school book sale thingy-majiggy? Usually in the school book sale thingies, the books are more damaged. So maybe I did buy this and I just never read it. I have no idea. I just don't remember reading it. So if I don't remember, I'll read it. And I need to diminish my physical TBR so I don't feel as guilty for buying new books. You see the vision, right? You see it. You don't? Okay, that's okay. But I want to read this next. I know that for sure. Like after I finish A Little Life, I'm going into this fluffy, simple, and then I want to read Girl in Pieces. I'm just going back into her. I'm gonna finish an aching book that will leave me sobbing, maybe. Read a fluffy, and then read Girl in Pieces. Get back into the heart. And afterwards, I'll probably go back to fantasy or romance, I'm staying away from hurting books. But yeah, this book is my next read. You'll probably see me read it. So yeah, that's what I just want to tell you guys. Okay, there's that. Now let me get to spoiler stuff because I have thoughts. I have thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. So, people that do not want any spoilers, go over here. Everybody gone? Okay. For the people that wanted the spoilers, let's talk because I have so many thoughts. Okay. So what I was talking about earlier, with the guy that I had a bad feeling about, Caleb. Oh my god. I met him. I was like, you're creeping me out. And then the first time, when he went in to kiss Jude, I was like, no. And the feeling that Jude got, I wish Jude left earlier. He wouldn't have gotten hurt. He would have felt better. I don't know. That's where I was sobbing. That whole part where he got really hurt, Jude, I was sobbing. I was like, what the hell? No. No, 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 no. I was just like, no, please stop, please stop. And then Jude saying to Harold, don't call the police, don't let them know, everything will be fine. It's not gonna be fine. You need help. You need real help. And I was just like, oh my god, don't do that. Don't go and ask for help. It's okay to ask for that. I was just so sad and so annoyed. I was just like, oh my goodness. And then when Willem and Jude got together, I did not expect that. I don't know why. I just I thought that it would be sort of I kind of hope though in a sense that it would be a platonic love to show just how much friendship is sometimes better than a relationship in those sort of cases. I don't know. Right now there are having a few problems where I am in the plot, but I don't know. I sort of have a feeling that maybe somebody will die. Maybe Willem. I don't think Jude will. I think Jude will not. But I have a feeling somebody else will. Maybe Willem. Because not Harold and Julia. If the author kills Harold and Julia, I'm getting out of here. I'm never posting a video again. I'm never reading a book again. Excuse me, no. If they die, no. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And when I say leaving, I'm I'm going out the door right now, never coming back. Because if they die, I see no point. Harold and Julia are literally some of the best characters. I just hope they don't turn out to be bad or something, or be doing something bad. But yeah, I'm just scared to continue though. But I'm also not excited, I would say, but just waiting to see what will happen. And Jude has gone back to his old patterns. And guys, oh my god, I just want him to get better. He needs a therapist. He needs professional help. Andy keeps on telling him, and I wish he'd take Andy's advice and go and get help. I get not wanting it for many, many reasons from everything that he has gone through, but I still. And oh my god, how much I hate Brother Luke. Oh my god, I'm so happy with how he left. Well, it's not the best idea, but it's just, oh my god. So yeah, that's sort of my update on the spoiler version of A Little Life. But I don't have too much left. I'm hoping to finish it tonight because tomorrow I don't have school, so I can just relax, take my time, and finish it. But it's taking me a while to get through the book, which is that for sure. But yeah. But it is a very, very heavy book. Oh my god, guys, I'm seeing so many 1-star reviews. There's a 3, then there's 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, and then there's 5 stars. I don't know. Is somebody just oh my god. Oh my god. I'm reading this review sort of, okay? And they're here's this interview where the author talks about the inspiration for writing the book to create a version of ombre cloth, which if you're not familiar, by the time you get to the end, it's pitch black. So it's light beige gets to dark blackness. What do you mean? I was here for the happy ending. No, I wasn't, but I was here for the plot, but what do you mean it's not gonna end in pitch black? No. Yeah, no, I'm leaving. I need to finish this book. Let me go finish this book. Let's hope nobody dies on me right now. And I'll talk to you guys later. Probably tomorrow when I'm maybe mentally stable. Sounds good? Bye-bye. Hey, Book Armies. So I was thinking I might do this little cute setup thingy I'm drawing right now while coloring. I'm having an annoying time. Okay, this is for a birthday present, and I'm sort of doing a One Piece thingy. I think I showed it to you guys a while back when I just finished drawing it, or maybe just started coloring. I'm not sure. But I've been coloring it. Yesterday, I actually was like, sort of like, okay, I know what I'm doing. Now I'm hating it. Not hating, but I'm not enjoying it. Like, now that it's because I need to get very specific colors from the photo, and none of them are matching what I want. None of them are feeling, oh yes, this feels perfect. And I made this one section, and it is such bright colors that I use accidentally, and it's supposed to be more muted. And I've been trying to use the white over it, but it ain't doing anything. Also, I haven't colored in a long time, mainly because I'm scared of coloring. Because every time I'd color, I'd usually use my paint markers. Well, I use just my like. Sometimes I have a few alcohol markers, sometimes I don't, and they just made it always worse. All my drawings, and this for a birthday present, so I was like, wait, let me get out my 120 color pencils. They're all around me. I'm surrounded by color pencils, and I was like, I left it last night because I was like, okay, I don't know what to do this section. And now this morning I'm like, okay, wait, I need to work on other things, but for that I need to get all the space cleared. So for that I need to finish a certain section of my drawing. It's not going well. Let me show you what we're working with. Ignore the million color pencils all around because those are the ones that I'm using and I need to know which shade I am, which shades I've been using so that I don't forget them. But here is what I have. I did the ocean last night and I actually really like it. You can't see the sun part, but I can tell you it's actually looking good. This guy I did a long time ago, so it's okay. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Let me move some of my color pencils so then you guys can see the rest of what is going on. Now, here's the main part. What I was talking about being really bright, if you can't tell what it is, it's this section. It is so bright. It is so bright compared to everything, and this is how it's supposed to look like. Like, I don't know, am I going cross-eyed, but this is so bright, and I've been trying to, like, use some of my, like, darker colors to mute it up, and I've been using the white, and I'm using the eraser, and nothing's changing. Like, it's supposed to blend in with this section. How is this supposed to blend with this? And I've been trying to go this part down here. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get the cloud parts, which is annoying me so much. I just don't know what to do. And I've just been here, and I'm also, like, watching a video because I cannot, like, do an artsy craft and not have something turned on. Let me clip my microphone because I need to talk with my hands, but I'm watching Destiny Sidwell's video where she's, like, replacing her phone with her favorite hobbies. And I'm just, like, here being like, okay, this has to motivate me, right? No, it isn't. I don't know. I just really hate it. Oh my god, you know, guys, what I should have done? The colors I use on the right side for the sleeve, I should have used those, because those are sort of muted, well, more like I just colored them lightly, and they're actually really similar to what's supposed to be in the middle. Okay, well, let me just go back to the eraser. Maybe my eraser will finally decide to mute it up a lot more. I don't know, I didn't really try earlier. If it mutes it up enough, then I'll just leave it. If not, then I'll try to erase it fully, or almost fully, and go over it with the colors that I actually need. Okay, it's muting up, but it's still really, really bright. And the colors are really, really light, and we don't need that. Now, what colors did I use here? Because I also have, like, this sheet, because before I started coloring, I decided, you know what, we have 120 colors. We need to see what color they actually are. So this is actually helping me a little bit, but not by much. And now I have these billion colors over here, and I don't know which one is the right one for the section I need. Oh my god, I'm yapping. I'm clearly yapping so much, but I need to talk to somebody about my situation. Okay, this is not the right shade. 21. That is very dark. Okay, so 22. Okay, found it, guys. I think I know what shade it is. I've actually been trying to go over with every dark color that I have over that section, just so then it would be better. I don't know. Like, I enjoy, guys, drawing and painting, all that. But sometimes when I don't have the right materials, it's just kind of like, what do I do with my life now? That's the thing. That's why I don't do this a lot. But, because it's for a birthday present, so I was like, okay, wait. We gotta get my materials out, brush up on my skills. And plus, because I haven't drawn or painted in so long, I really want to, like, get back into it. Is it, like, an annoying hobby sometimes, especially when you're trying to make it perfect? It is very annoying. Like, when I draw for myself, I don't care too much. Like, am I going to get a bit annoyed if it doesn't look good? Yes. Could I rage? Yes. But if I'm doing it for somebody else, it needs to be perfect. I don't make the rules. It's just in my head, it needs to be perfect, or else I won't want to gift it. And it is such an annoying habit. I'll tell you guys, like, imagine you're just trying to make something and you're like, what the fuck, why does it not look good? And you ask, like, a friend or something, or maybe, like, your mom, and you're like, oh no, it looks good. And I'm like, no, I see this imperfection right here. I cannot give it to them, right? A tiny imperfection that they might not notice, but I see. And I'm like, no, I can't give it to them. That's bad. And so I just scrap the entire thing. And that's happened so many times when I want to make something for somebody. That's why I go for simple, but I just really wanted to make this. And it was the only idea I had. So yeah, now I'm stuck with it. But yeah, that's it. Also, let me continue drawing. I'm gonna try to simultaneously talk to you guys, but no promises at all. But I've been continuing to read what's it called? A Little Life. I didn't finish it yesterday because I was so tired. I was falling asleep while trying to read. I was like, and I'd wake up, like I'd wake up after every little head nod, and I'd be like, wait, where am I? What's going on? And then it happened again and again and again. And it was not that late also in the night, but I was just really, really tired from the day. And I was like, okay, girl, you gotta clock out. Tomorrow you can read, finish the book. No need to hold yourself so much. And so I went to sleep. So yeah, I didn't get through much. And then this morning I put it as an audiobook because I had a few things to get through before I could start the drawing section. I'm still not that far in. I am 75% now. I want to try to get it finished today. Maybe after I finish a few videos watching, then I'll get back and listen to the audiobook while doing whatever I have to do. Today though, as soon as I get through this part of the drawing, I need to get studying a bit. I need to brush up on my math. And then I need to get some gifts. So I'm going to do a little online shopping for that. And that's it, I think. No? I know I have something else to do. Well, I also want to crochet. I want to finish my project, my own sweater. I don't know if I'll finish it. I think I'll probably need another yarn. Also, guys, usually when I'm sleeping, I don't dream a lot. I don't dream that much. Like maybe every once in a while I'll have a dream about something, but usually I don't have those. So you know how surprised I was when over like the past 3-4 days, I think I'd say something like that. I've been having like the weirdest, most random dreams ever. Like I'd be shopping to buy yarn for a new project that I want to make, or I'd be going out to do something, like I don't know, or I'd have these really bizarre conversations with people, and I'd wake up and I'd be like, wait, did that actually happen yesterday? And I just didn't think about it until the night. And then I was like, wait, no, that was a dream. And now I have to think, is this real or is this dream? It's like, is it cake or is it real? Sort of like that. But with my own stuff. Because some of them like are sort of like I could see them happening, but they don't. But then, with the other ones, I'm like, huh? So, that's really exciting for me. I'm getting the weirdest dreams alive, and I don't know if they're real or not. And this is why I don't like dreams. Well, I don't get many of them, so I usually just stick it up. But, I was just like, it felt so random getting dreams again. Because I would get them maybe like once a month. I don't know, maybe I just forget them right when I wake up. And so that's it. But, usually if you have dreams, that means that you're sleeping deeper, right? So I'm getting some deep sleep, even though I've been really, really tired every day waking up. But, that's a different issue. That's an issue for me, myself, and I. But yeah. Now, which color did I want to use? I have no idea. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Now, let's get back to what I was really going to talk about, which was my book, obviously. Every time. This is why I try not to talk while doing something else. Because then I'm going to end up distracted. And this is not looking great. Guys, I really want to take a break. I hate, like when I say hate, I mean hate how it's looking right now. Maybe I need to look at it with fresh eyes. But the thing is, it's been a night. Where are those fresh eyes at? I don't see them right now. I really hate how the color palette's looking. Like, I really hate the left side. I kind of want to skip it and then come back to it at the end, but I don't think that's a good idea either. Yeah, I'm trying to erase it right now, if you can't tell. If the camera's shaking a bit, that's because it's held on to the paper. So, yeah, not the greatest thing ever. Now, let's talk a little bit about Little Life. I've been enjoying it, but guys, it is getting dark. It is like, I remember yesterday when I talked to you guys about the fact that, like, that somebody described A Little Life as it's like the shade patch thingy where it's like goes from light to dark and it ends in darkness. I'm starting to feel it. We are getting more and more things that happened in the past, and then also getting like present stuff. And oh my god. Well, technically you don't really know it's present, but I'm counting as that present. That's the only way I can think about it. But oh my god, I'm just so scared for what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I don't know how the author will finish the book up. I feel like at this point, she can just kill everybody off. And I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just continuing to read it. I'm taking my time, but I really want to finish it tonight. I really need something fluffy and simple. Today's Friday. I don't have school. That's why I'm just in a sweater and just enjoying my time. So yeah, that's why, but I really want to finish it tonight. I want to get to some, as I showed you guys that cozy simple book. That's what I'm reading next. And then I'm going back to dark. Don't worry, Girl in Peace is going to destroy me. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. Like, I hear about it sometimes, the book, but I don't hear about it, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not the most popular book I've seen on the internet. Like, I'll see people talk about it every once in a while, but it's not like ACOTAR or Fourth Wing. It's like it's sometimes you'll see it and then you'll be like, oh, I've seen it before. And I've wanted to read it for a while. I just forgot about it totally. Guys, I fear I need to look at it on another day. I hate how it's going, and I've just tried to erase a single part, like this whole part, because it looks bad. I do not like it. yeah, I think I'm gonna put everything back, and then today evening I will get back into it because I will rage. I'm feeling a buildup coming up where I am not gonna enjoy any second of my life. So I'm just gonna put all of the pencils back, and then maybe I'll find a pencil that like could have worked for everything, and I just didn't notice it until later. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna put everything back. I'm gonna work on something else, and then I'll come back to this. But yeah, a little life, enjoying, but scared of how it's gonna end. Really, really scared. I'm just gonna continue reading it. There are a few parts where I'm a bit like annoyed getting, but we're just gonna see how it goes. So yeah, bye. Guys, I have an announcement. So, I finished A Little Life yesterday. Do you want to know how long I stayed up? No. Okay, anyways, let's talk. There are some thoughts going on in my head, and we need to discuss them. Okay, I think I want to hold off on saying my rating until later. So let's first talk books. Okay, that is so vague. Okay, anyways, I have a lot of thoughts, but at the same time, I don't know how to articulate them. My brain is not it's not feeling like it wants to function today, but that's okay. We are still going to try to pull through. Anyways, how to get started? Let's go with writing first. I really love the writing. I know I've said this a bunch throughout this video, but the writing is just, it's not too heavy on you. Well, it is heavy, obviously, this subject, but the writing is not too lyrical or too descriptive. It like lets the story flow. It doesn't, because I feel like this book, it has a lot of stories going on. You're going back and forth in timelines, right? And to write that is not the easiest thing ever. And especially like I sometimes dabble in writing. I'm not doing anything seriously. I'm not writing a book, just write short stories. And like I have so much respect for an author that can go back and forth in timelines and not confuse the reader too much. I have mad respect for that. But this writing is just so beautiful. It's like, it's not too lyrical. It's not something very just, out there, but it's not too descriptive. It's not a she said, he said type of thing. It's like, it's perfect. It's perfectly in the middle. It has some beautiful quotes, but then also at the same time, it lets the story flow. It lets you imagine the story. I imagine so many scenes. Well, I wish I didn't, but the writing is just so perfect. It is exactly what you need in this type of story, and to perfect that is not easy, and I have mad respect for that. Characters, I feel like they were really well written. Do I wish I got a bit more of some certain characters? Because I feel like we obviously got a lot of very specific characters, but just wish I got a few more details on others too. Okay, I just really started feeling like I was really warm, so I took off my hoodie. But the characters, like I felt really connected to the ones that we got a lot of details on, but there's certain characters that I wish we got told more on. Like, I'm not going to say which specifically because I don't know, maybe in a certain way it could be a spoiler, but there were like these two mainly characters that I wish we knew more about, wish we knew more in depth. Like, I get why the author focused on specific characters, but I wish we got a bit more backstory on other ones because obviously we got sort of what this one character, how they portrayed them, but I also wish we got other perspectives on how they were portrayed. I don't know how to explain this. This is really annoying, but I wish we got a few more details on the other characters because for me, to really feel connected, especially in the last few chapters, well, honestly, in any part of the story, I need to feel really connected to every character, or at least every main character. And like sometimes some of the main characters just I didn't feel as connected to. So I was just like, okay, I don't know how to feel about it. And now the plot, guys, it got dark really fast. It got like, at the start, it took me a while to get into it. It was like a bit of a, what is going on? Why? How am I going to feel sad about this book, sort of like that. And I didn't really understand some certain parts of the plot. Like we were following this one character, sort of, in a way, and there's this thing going on. And I was just reading about it, and I was like, I don't get this. No, like, I knew what was going on, but I was just like, how is this supposed to be connected really to anything? It did connect later on, obviously, but it just took a while to get into it. It was very of a slow effect, and then afterwards it was boom, 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 boom. Heartbreak after heartbreak. But obviously, a lot of books happen because they first have to build up the characters. You have to get to know them. You have to form an attachment. Because if some of the things that happened at the end happened at the start, I wouldn't have felt connected. So I get the idea, but it just took me real time to just get through it. Like that's why I wasn't updating you guys a lot in the start because I was just reading like maybe 10% a day, and I had nothing to talk about to you guys. Like what was I gonna say? So I read this page. It's cool, I guess. Like I don't know. There's not much I could have told you at the start. It just felt very like what is going on. I don't know, but afterwards it got really good, especially the second half. Well, not good. I don't know. This is such a hard book to review because the topics are not easy. The topics that it talks about are not easy topics. Like, don't go into this expecting maybe like a if he had been with me situation. It is much darker than that. If you have read If He Had Been With Me, it is a sad book. I'm not going to disagree on that. Maybe some people cry and cry and cry on it. I had a this much of a cry on it and then I was finished. But this is so much darker than that. The topics that are held in this are not for the lights. I would say check trigger warnings, but at the same time, is that sort of a spoiler? No clue. But just go into it. Check out the trigger warnings at your own discretion, whatever you feel you want, or maybe obviously check what other people think if you should read that. But I also say just think about it before you read it. It is not a very like, oh yeah, I want to read this book, let me read it. No, it's like a think about it for a second. Are you mentally capable of it? Yes, no, like for some people maybe it wasn't as heavy or hard hitting because not everybody rates it 5 stars, but it is not the easiest book to get through. It is heavy. It is not short. It has a lot of things going on. I rated it. No, let's go into the rating. I rated it 4.5 stars. You might be like, where's the 5? For those people that rated it 5 stars, I get where they are coming from. The ending, it was just like, but I feel like the ending overwhelmed me. It was a bit too much. I don't know, maybe my sleep deprived brain was just like, what is going on here? Well, I knew what was going on, but it was just not enough for it to get a horrible reaction to it, like the reaction that the author wanted out of it. But the ending, it was just so, I don't know, it just felt so sudden. I don't know. Not sudden, I guess, but like it just felt a bit different from the rest of the book, and maybe that was the intention of the author. But the last few chapters were sort of like very, I don't know, like that's what sort of got, I think, to be 4.5. I think it had real good potential to be 5 stars, but that doesn't always happen. That's not for everybody. Not everybody's gonna go around with this book and read it 5 stars, even with how much, I feel like, I don't want to say attention, but yeah, I guess attention that it has gotten through years and years and years, because it was released in 2015, so it's been out here for a while. It's been out for over a decade. So like I see where so many people are rating it 5 stars, but I don't know. Like it did sort of break me, yes, but I don't know. But this book, I know I'm saying this a lot, but it is not an easy book. It is heartbreaking. It has a lot of trauma. It has it's just told in very excruciating detail. Everything that happens to a character, you see it. You feel it in your bones. You're getting every detail of it. They're not sparing you any details. If they are, just know they aren't. They really aren't, I don't know. But I really love the idea that obviously you follow the character, a certain character, Jude, throughout his entire life. You follow him from adolescence to whatever timeline. I don't remember the age. But, it's just you follow him throughout, which I love that. Because in so many stories, you maybe, like, you jump in when they're, I don't know, 18, 20, depending on how the story is. And that's it. Maybe you get, like, a few glimpses of their childhood, if they had bad ones and they had some sort of trauma. But, like, this one, it just follows the entire timeline. Timeline from start to finish, everything. You get it all in the book, And, yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry, I got caught up a bit on reviews, but I don't know. I feel like it could have been a potential 5 stars. It's just because of how the ending went. No, like I knew that it was gonna end in a certain dark way, but the way that the author decided to go by it was just like, I don't know. Like I felt like the writing felt different towards the end. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm also still a bit sleep deprived, but this book was just so different. So it's also so hard to rate for me because this is something that could be happening to anybody. And I don't mean this in a light way. I don't mean, girl, this is just simple book. Go read it. You totally won't fall apart once or twice. I fell apart twice. I don't know how to say this, guys. But this is not a book I would recommend going into lightly. Like, I guess I could see recommending it to people that really want to read this type of things. But I would tell you, be careful what you wish for. It's not always the best idea to go in and be like, yeah, let's just go read it, guys. I don't know how to explain this, but if you get it, you get it. I would check trigger warnings unless you really believe that they will act as a spoiler. Then I'll just tell you for the last time, this is not an easy book to read. Now, I sort of want to go into spoilers talk about the ending because I need to give you guys a bit more of in-depth of my thoughts, but I can't do that without spoiling a bunch of things. So, if you guys do not want spoilers because you haven't read the book or just don't want to hear me yapping anymore, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved seeing me suffer. Just kidding. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, the rest of you here. Okay, I need to talk about the ending. I just felt like it was a bit rushed. I don't know, in a way, like not rushed, but it was sort of like there's this few sentences on like the last chapter or something like that where it's just this guy died 3 years after this thing, and this guy died 6 years after this thing, and this person died this many years after. And I was just like, why are you doing it this way? I feel like there were other ways you could have delivered the news. I felt like it was a bit more like, oh yeah, here you go. It's like showing us a picture of the morgue with their tombstones, with their date of death. I don't know. I was just a bit like, I don't really like that idea, but I felt like it was just like Willem's death was so, like, sudden, and it was just this whole thing, and afterwards you go through the aftermath of that, and then afterwards you have that chapter where it's just telling you the timeline of the rest of the book, and then you're like, okay guys, bye. And I was just a bit like, I get what the author was trying to do, well, sort of, but I don't know, that chapter sort of was like, what is going on here? I don't know, my brain was just like, I can't really follow, and like, after I read that sentence at the first, I was just like, wait, what's going on? So I had to go back a few pages and reread it, because I was like so confused. I was like, wait, did I miss something? Did I miss a sentence that made me understand what it was? Because I don't know, but like, now I also really understand the ombre effect of like goes from light to the dark black. Like, I get that reference that one review made. I get it, because at the start it was just like, it's not fluffy obviously, but it's just explaining about their life, it's talking about it. We were playing a bit about JB and Malcolm, but I felt like we kind of lost JB and Malcolm for a few seconds over there, and then they sort of just randomly pop back up, and like, we sort of start to feel a bit more connected to JB, but then Malcolm was just kind of there. I don't know, like, it's just because, I guess because in the description they said, oh yeah, there's Malcolm, there's JB, there's Willem, and then there's Jude, and I was like, okay, wait, so we're gonna follow probably each of them in their own plots. Obviously Jude a bit more, because that's what it said in the description. It's about Jude, and then there's Willem there, a bunch. Willem is always there, but I wish we got a bit more about Willem. I wish we got a bit more about his inner fears. Like, we obviously got things that he was going on with Jude, so like, you got to go through with him, but then I feel like there's certain parts that I wish I knew a bit more about him. Like, I know the entire point is Jude, but I wanted a bit more Willem, I wanted a bit more JB, I wanted a lot more of Malcolm. I don't know, I felt like Malcolm was just like, oh yeah, I'm here, thank you, and then you find out that he was married or something like that. I was just like, okay, I want more of that. So like, I feel like, as I said earlier, the ending, it was just a bit like, it was a bit sudden for me. I don't know, I feel like she could have delivered it another way, and then it was just, I feel like I wish I was more connected to a few of the main characters. Like, I can tell you guys, I loved Harold, I loved Julia, no question about that, but then and I love Jude, even through everything, and I pretty much loved also Willem. But then I wish I was just more connected with the other ones. I wish I had it. Like, obviously, I'm not wishing for them to explain every single person's childhood. That is not that. But because the author sort of promoted it towards, there's obviously Malcolm and JB too, and we met them at the start, I was sort of hoping for more from them. Like, I don't know. That's the only thing. I don't want to go into a whole rant about it, but this is what I sort of annoyed me. Like, not annoyed me, I was just like, no. But yeah, that's sort of it. That's the only reason I would say really that I didn't rate it a 5 stars. But yeah, I get now why people say like, I love this book but I don't recommend it, because it is not easy. It's solidified a lot of fears for me, but it's like, it's also just such a book that's so dark, but it talks about so many subjects that I feel like or just get brushed under the rug or just aren't talked about enough. So I don't know. I don't think I'll ever revisit this book. I think it will be there. I might one day think about it and think about the results of this book and what I went through while reading it, but I don't think I'll ever go reread this book. This is not a book that I'm planning ever to reread. Shatter Me? Yes, of course. I'll reread that. Fourth Wing? Yes. The Mile High series, or like Windy City series? Yes, but like something like this, never. You will never catch me rereading this book. I'm not strong enough for that. But yeah, anyways, that's all I really wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a bit all over the place because I started talking about the book and then I left you guys for a while and then I came back and this whole review at the end is very messed up all over the place. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me read. And yeah, I'm gonna go read something fluffy, something easy, something fun, a romance, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.